Israel has rejected a U.S. request to allow Berlin to supply Ukraine with anti-tank missiles manufactured in Germany with Israeli technology under Israeli license. The issue of arms supply is one of the latest policy differences between the U.S. and Israel when it comes to war. Israel is starting to worry if suddenly a Russian nuke attacks them. Under pressure from the Biden administration, Israel has adjusted its policy towards Moscow and has gradually taken a more pro-Ukrainian position than when Russia started its invasion. But so far it has not supplied Ukraine with advanced weaponry. Amir Eshel, Director General of Israel's Ministry of Defense, visited Washington 2 weeks ago for talks with Pentagon officials about security cooperation between the U.S. and Israel. Eshel rejected the request, telling Kal that Israel would only supply Ukraine with non-lethal military equipment, officials said. A senior Israeli official said Israel was concerned that Russian soldiers would be killed by Israeli-made weapons, which could cause Russia to harm Israel's security interests in Syria. Russia has great influence in Syria, but allows Israel to operate freely against Iranian activity there. Officials said Gantz told Austin and Sullivan Israel is committed to supporting Ukraine and has begun supplying it with non-lethal military equipment, while also defending its security interests in the Middle East. On the day Gantz arrived in Washington, Israel delivered 2,000 helmets and 500 protective vests for emergency and civil organizations in Ukraine. We continue to discuss with allies and partners the ongoing situation in Ukraine and the need to support Ukraine's ability to defend itself against Russian aggression, but we will not go into the details of those conversations, Pentagon spokesman John Kirby said.